Today's adventure begins here at this Dunkin Donuts, where I have got myself, actually the cups they have are not even decorated for the holiday, but I did get a peppermint latte that they started yesterday. Now, a fun fact about this Dunkin Donuts, this is in Medford, Massachusetts. I'm gonna be heading over into Boston today, do some Boston stuff. This is the one that they use for the interiors when J-Lo pulled around and Ben Affleck was working inside. The interiors kind of look the same, but the exterior was filmed somewhere else. In fact, if you look over there, when you see the customers going through the drive-thru, you can match up that telephone pole and you can match up the building in the background. Cheers. I was kind of hoping I'd get a holiday cup, but no go. Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here as the recording of this TGIF November 3rd, 2023. I am just kind of winging today. Gonna go into downtown Boston, see what I can find, enjoy the day, enjoy the cool, crisp fall weather here in New England. I'm inviting you to join me. A lot of foam in this. It's probably half foam. It's pretty good though. The peppermint's pretty good. Join me. Think about it. J-Lo went right through that drive-thru. Shall you? All right, made it over to the Boston Commons parking structure. There's a blinking light over there. It's a haunted structure. All right, I need to remember I parked at the Boston Common Garage, Tremont Street, or Tremont. This public garden footbridge opened back in June of 1867. I'm noticing it's kind of interesting over here. The water's all dried up, so they have removed the water, possibly because of the upcoming, snow and frost and icy season that's coming up. Also somewhere around here is the Robin Williams bench from Good Will Hunting. I think that's like in this general area. Let's see if I can find that. There's a squirrel down there. And where the water usually is, there's a squirrel walking around on the little like hard-packed mud where usually a squirrel cannot walk. Yeah, the spot is still here. There's another gentleman over there sitting on at the same spot. They replaced the bench where Matt Damon and Robin sat, but it was right there with the water behind them. It's a big old, oh, hello squirrel. You coming up to me, squirrel? How's it going? You're a good-sized squirrel right there. Hello. Yep. You know about the Robin Williams bench? You do? This is like a different angle. So the bench is right over there. Up, going back to digging, huh, squirrel? All right. Fair enough. And just across where I just was is a place where everybody, I should say, knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Cheers! Right here on the corner of Beacon Street at the Hampshire House, the Hampshire House. Cheers, established 1895. You got the danger sign out front. You got some wet paint right there. They have food in here as well. They got a menu board there. There's the sign. Lots of weight. They have a gift shop. Ooh, they have a gift shop. I've never been inside. I'm gonna go in the gift shop and see what they got in the gift shop. They have hot dogs, cocktails, starters. Look at this. They have Sam's starters. They have Woody's Garden Greens. Cheers Pub Burger. They have Norm's sandwiches. Ooh, I like that. Definitely can smell that wet paint. Located at Beacon Hill. Cheers at Beacon Hill. Gift shop is open. Now down below is the Bull and Finch Pub. Just down the stairwell. A little secret door right there. I've never been inside this building before.
Okay, when you go in, there's this huge staircase that kind of leads up almost like to the very tippy top. And they definitely have a lot. I've never realized all this was inside here. All the like cardboard cutouts and all the like photos of the cast all through here. I just never realized that all of that was in here. I mean, I just kind of figured it was just named Cheers and they had it as the inspiration, but yeah, pretty awesome. They even have a recreation of the set that I'm going to be walking over to as well. Here's the cast as well. There's a residential area out back, and then so the set bar is back the other way, but the real bar that you can go down into is down here. This is the real bar, not the set bar. All right, that was pretty awesome going inside there. Not just necessarily the recreation of the set, which is kind of cool. Recreated to look like it did, exactly like it did in the show, and you could sit down, get a bite to eat, and also, you know, drink up in there as well. They even had, you know, some nods to the show itself. They even had Norm's spot, which was very occupied, but I asked the gentlemen that were sitting there, so I can just get a little photo of the Norm thing. But then also, down below, into the original area, which is what it was based on, is still open, very, very, very busy. At a gift shop in the top portion and a gift shop at the bottom with lots of nostalgia and nods to the hit show as well. So definitely pretty cool. I was here a year and a half ago, I believe it was, a couple years ago, and walked by here, but I had never been inside, so it was neat to go inside. Cheers. And everybody, well, nobody really knew my name, but if I wanted to, I could have got a little sticker and put my name on it, but I couldn't find a Sharpie. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. They're always glad you came. Now, this is the thing you can put right there. Look at this big tour bus here. It's like an on-off tour bus.
Right to your right.
It's definitely one of the top spots here in town, touristy spots. This sculpture has been placed here as a tribute to Robert McCloskey, whose story, Make Way for Ducklings, has made the Boston Public Garden familiar to children around the world in 1987. And you have some of the little ducklings here, placed here on the bricks as well. Yeah, placed here in 1987. In fact, yesterday when I was in that furniture store, they had a Jelly Belly version of this. It starts off with the mama duck, the big duck right here, and then all the ducklings behind the big duck right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them total. You can kind of see there's that one. There's also another plaque right here. You got the duckling plaque, duckling sculpture right there, 1987 as well. All right, from here I think I'm gonna head over to Chinatown, this general area. Check out quite a few things down here. Cover some ground doing some walking. Not too often you see a squirrel at the top of a hedge. Turtle kite. Turtle in the sky. Turtle on the ground. It looks as if they are building an ice skating rink over here. One thing on my bucket list, I don't know if I'm gonna do it this year, but I would love to go to New York to the ice skating rink, you know, from Home Alone 2 and all those other movies, but they're doing one here in Boston, which is, you know, a few hours north of New York, and it's not quite open yet. All right, the technical name is Frog Pond. See, the ice is not in there yet, but it will be. Ah, so here are the frogs. And the frogs have names. Angela, and Tommy. All right, I don't think I've ever seen this before. Granted, I haven't really been to this area too often, like one other time. But over here is like a new sculpture. Check out what this is. Okay, it's only a year old. It's titled The Embrace. Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King met in Boston in 1952. The Embrace is a memorial to their love and leadership. This is kind of neat. You go down this alleyway away from the park. There is a bookstore inside there, but then on the outer section, they have a bookstore on the outer section out here. Isn't this cool? They bring a good portion of the books outside. It's pretty dang cool. Right here in this little alcove. Nice little marquee here for the Paramount Theater with the neon over in the theater district cutting through. Ooh, they're playing Frozen. I would like to see Frozen on Broadway. Kind of like this mustache right here, this wig shop. There's this mustache on this guy. This looks like an old theater as well. Now it is a dim sum exotic cocktail place here in Chinatown. But you can see where the marquee used to be. Oh my goodness, outside of this hospital's medical center is an old FAO Schwarz Bear. Now I remember FAO Schwarz at Point Orlando on International Drive. And they had one of these on iDrive. And when you'd walk in the store, it would sing the song, not the bear, but the theme song in the store was Welcome to Our World, Welcome to Our World, Welcome to Our World of Toys, over and over and over and over and over. It made the song on Small World seem not obnoxious. And that's what I remember about FAO Schwarz. Evidently there was one in Boston as well. Look at this, it's the FAO Schwarz Bear. So you got FAO Schwarz. I could say something here, but over to the seaport area now. Bikes may use the full lane. There's a squirrel right there. That's a squirrel. That's pretty clever. So much to see. Port. Alright, this is really freaking cool. It's a huge milk bottle here on the city skyline. It's like a big roadside milk jug, milk bottle. Pretty dang cool. It says Hood Milk Bottle, H-O-O-D. Must be the brand name, perhaps? Kind of back up and get a nice little view here. Doesn't look like it's open, however. Doesn't look like at one time it was open, but it's no longer open. Looks like they have some maybe ice cream and milk inside. Yeah, it says closed. right here along the shore. Oh, look at this. There's the 250th anniversary of the Boston Tea Party. December 16th, 2023 will be the 250th anniversary of the Boston Tea Party. That thing is so awesome. That is so dang cool. The 250th anniversary of the Boston Tea Party. Just passed. Oh no, it's coming up. December 16th of this year.
Boston,
all right, I'm looking over into the boat. Look at this. You can go on the boat. Oh, and there's some like period guys that are dressed in the period garb down there. Down this one-way road here is a spherical, like a globe style of the Green Monster from Fenway Park. Take a look at this. It's like the scoreboard from Green Monster. It almost looks like a Pokemon item of some sort, but it's a transportation device for the tea right here. But it kind of reminds me of like a Pokemon ball of sorts. Yeah, but this thing is gargantuan. Not gargantuan. It's probably like 8 feet tall. Inside here, got the score. Oh, looks like it's the Yankees against the Sox. The Yankees got 2 runs there in the 3rd, and did the Sox? Oh yeah, then look at this. The Sox in the 5th got 3, and then the Yankees got 2. Who ended up winning? Oh, did the Sox lose on the Green Monster ball? Maybe. Quite the rivalry. Got some glass pyramids over there in front of Equinox. Getting very windy. Got the leaves blowing by. I love this weather. It's not as cold as it's been the last couple days, but it's definitely chilly. I love it. This little gazebo-esque type thing. And then a blue cow. It kind of almost looks like Empire State Building a little bit right there. Kind of, sort of. And of course, blue cow. Milky Museum. I've shown a lot of Coca-Cola advertisements and murals. Here's a Coca-Cola truck. Man, when I was younger, I would make sandwiches out of this marshmallow fluff. This is when I was like early teens. It's a beautiful building right there. So this building is in fact the old State House, the original State House. There's a newer one now. There's a little bit of interesting history here too. This took place as well. Let me show the back of this. So this was just right outside this building back in March of 1770. at another sculpture over here too. Very tall gentleman here, looking back over at Samuel Adams as he's walking past. The Oyster House here is a historical landmark, the Union Oyster House. And take a look what's in front of here. There is a fish with a serving platter. And this pub right here called the Bell in Hand Tavern, 1795. That is an elderly pub. This proclamation of the Bell's Journey is the oldest tavern in the U.S., dated 1795. Old Jimmy Wilson, Boston's last town crier, first hoisted the sign of the Bell in 1795. So I just learned something. Next to the oldest bar is also the Union Oyster House, which has the fish over there, the little butler fish. But this is the oldest continual operating restaurant and oyster bar in the U.S., the oldest operating restaurant. It's the earliest building, constructed between 1716 and 1717. Also, Derek's here.
Hey.
He's the one that told me that it was the oldest operating restaurant.
As far as you know.
Also up on the second floor is the JFK booth. There was a booth that JFK would eat in, and I went up there. I didn't want to film it. There's people sitting in the top of the booth, but I did get to see it and the sign that was up there, but there was a lot of people. It was very busy inside there. Got some steam going out of the pipe there. Nice and brisk out here. All right, this is Tony DeMarco, his boxer over here. The Flame and Fury of Fleet Street. So is this Fleet Street we're on?
Well, this is Hanover Street. I don't know why, what does it say about Fleet Street?
It just says right here, the Flame and Fury of Fleet Street.
Well, he was born on Fleet Street, but I think the statue's just here on the corner of Hanover Street.
What area is this that we're in right now?
This is Cross Street and Hanover Street. So this is the north end. We call it Boston's Little Italy. This is just like a mile of nothing but Italian restaurants.
Lots of pizza?
The best food that you're gonna eat in Boston. This is where you go. You don't go to like Pizzeria Regina in the mall. You come over here.
Okay.
You don't go to Papagino's. You don't go to Domino's. You come over here to Hanover Street.
I like pizza.
Yeah.
I think I might have to get a slice. A couple slices. All right, I gotta say the pizza was pretty dang good. I'd say the crust was really good and the breading on it. And now we're heading over to Mike's Pastry, which has a really long line inside, which means if a place has a long line, it's probably definitely very busy inside of Mike's Pastry. And they had a lot of different options. It's kind of difficult to figure out exactly what I wanted to get, but after doing a little window shopping in the cases, all the different pastries, the delicious goodness, I think I found what I wanted to get after a post-pizza, nice delicious treat over at Mike's.
Am I doing the unwrapping?
You gonna do the unwrapping now? Let's see what we got here. Mike's Pastries, handmade since 1954. Ooh. You ended up getting a Boston cream pie.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that looks pretty good. And I ended up getting something called a lobster roll. And since we do have a nice delicious treat, we probably should get either a milk or a coffee or something. So I'm gonna get another piping hot caffeinated beverage in here. Yeah, that's what it's called. The Thinking Cup. You cannot have a little sugary item without a little coffee. This is literally insane. Look at this.
Oh, almost dropped it.
Don't drop it.
While in Boston, you gotta get that Boston cream pie. Boston cream pie.
You don't say Boston like all the other Boston.
Well, I spent 10 years in North Carolina, so I don't really have an accent. And I grew up in the suburbs, so I'm not like, park the car and have it, yeah, as eat your lobster tail, huh? Mmm. Ooh. Dare I say moist?
Mine's not moist, it's very, very crunchy.
It's not.
I got something on my face.
I can taste the diabetes.
The chocolate portion's kind of hard, but so is the outer shell. It's like really, really hard. The cream filling's really good, but everything else, I don't know. I don't know if I'd get this again. I think the word I was looking for is like, let's say it's stale, but it's like almost stale. It's like really, really crunchy. So all this is like, you bite into it, and it's just like a big crunch. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be a little bit moisture though. Yeah, Skyliner looks perfect. Paul Revere?
Paul Revere house. It's one right up. First,
Oh,
that sign right there.
this is where the midnight ride of Paul Revere began. Right here at his house.
He galloped through the streets of Boston on this cobblestone on his steed. The British are coming, the British are coming.
I mean, that is amazing to really wrap your head around.
All this history right here. Right? All this history?
Yeah. Built in 1680, the last remaining structure from the 17th century Boston, Revere owned the home from 1770 to 1800, leaving here for his midnight ride on April 18th, 1775. All right, so here's an oversized lettered sign of the city I'm in right now. And there's a sculpture of Bill Russell up here and Bill Russell's shadow. Oh, dang, this Starbucks has quite the piping hot caffeinated beverage in a big teacup, well, a big coffee cup mug right here. And it's steaming. That is the quintessential piping hot caffeinated beverage container. Look. It's steaming out the side. All right, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over. I found Nemo.